Alright, hello, this is the fourth video in a row that I'm making on this, and I must say that it's very enjoyable to not have an expectation. I don't know if I can do this, but that's really the beauty of it, and it's so much fun because you're practicing your speaking and you're practicing working under pressure. Working is a strong word, but and trying to be like talking about some complicated things. And today it's gonna be about chess itself. That's right, that's what I thought about. I think chess is one of those beautiful games that never die. It's just so simple and so beautiful. And this is a better topic than happiness or loneliness or childhood because it's actually something more intuitive to grasp. So maybe I'll do better this time in actually talking about these things. Unfortunately, when you're talking about it, you cannot really make like complicated moves or decisions because technically I have three minutes on the clock, not 5. I'm juggling some very complex priorities. This is bad. And see, maybe if I had something more so as a time, I could have predicted this, maybe done something better, thought about things better. Now I have to move this, try to open space for my knight to come here. And chess, look, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. You have all your pieces and they're working in sync and you're trying to win. And there's so many different ways to win. You don't even need all your pieces. You can win with a pawn. Okay, no, not really. You cannot. Technically, you can. In most endgames, you are able to do that. But some of the times, it's just so many beautiful combinations. That's why people love chess. And it's very accessible. It's something you can do and something you've done with your parents, with whoever. I'll come here, I'll try to get this bishop, although this bishop is very shit. So I'm not even going to take it, I'm just going to pin my knight there. And okay. So in this context, no, that would let him trade with me. Okay, let's see. I don't want to do a repeat of the moves, but yeah. So chess, how did I get in chess actually? I first played with my dad, I think. And it was very enjoyable. And that's how I learned it. Then I played with a computer a bunch, and that's how I enjoyed more. That was really very bad at it for a long time. And then my school, a friend of mine, she invited me. She invited me to join the tournament because she knew I was starting to get interested in chess. And yes, this is not good for him. I don't know if there's a counter. Usually when you have these situations, you should try to create some kind of counter move, counter pressure move, whatever you like to call it. Okay, that's a good move. I think I will not take. If I take with this, I can keep going. But no. If I put my knight here, there's a double defender, so he can take and then that. And I don't like that. So, okay, I don't know what this move is about. He can no longer do that because I just put my rook there. Yeah, I think then it was difficult for me because. Okay, I see what he's trying to do. I don't think he can do it. I will obviously do this. And then he needs to leave. And yeah, I did okay on the tournament. I actually have a fun story about that because I lost my queen. Obviously, you're not allowed to do takebacks in chess tournaments, but I figured, well, I need to demand this. I need to say, yo, this guy took my queen. Can I return? You know, can I backtrack? Obviously, you cannot. But my brain was like, yes, you can. Of course you can. You deserve to be able to. No. Okay. Let's keep it stable. Let's keep it not risky because I have the advantage here. Okay, good move. Good move. In these situations, you create a counterplay. Usually. And I think this is a good counterplay. Or this was a good counterplay, but not really because his bishop was there, and now if he moves his bishop, it's easy for him to move it, but the problem is then I go here, so now he needs to come back. He needs to come back and defend the bishop, but he can't really do that effectively. So what is he going to do? He's probably going to come here. No, he chose to go there. Well done, my friend. I will not do that. I will not. Now I will threaten checkmate. And he will be forced to trade because his king is very stuck. And yes, he cannot take this pawn because if he takes that pawn, then I will mate him again because his problem does not get removed. He could take the pawn and then I take this and then he comes here, but then I have the mate. And so he's kind of stuck in very bad situation. So it's good that because the topic is chess, I can talk about chess and actually the chess itself and not feel bad about it. But okay. And then I started playing a lot. I started watching a lot of videos. I started really getting into it. And I remember that time it was beautiful and wow, okay, he gave up. So that's chess for you. Beautiful game. I have my stories about it, but that's about all I can share while keeping it interesting because the game is obviously over. So I succeeded here. And that's because chess is a simple topic. If you try to talk about happiness, I think that's more difficult. Or maybe my opponent was worse, or maybe I was better. Or maybe it's the fourth game and I unlocked some superpowers and now I'm amazing at chess. Yeah, that's it. Thanks.